among different communities to create a more harmonious and inclusive society. Once again, in a world that is becoming increasingly interconnected, how would you promote cultural understanding and appreciation among different communities to create a more harmonious and inclusive society?
Thank you for the question. As part of the theme of PSU Intramurals 2024, we have harmony in diversity. I believe that the beauty in our community lies in our diversity because we embrace our culture, we embrace the traditions of other people, and that we learn to appreciate them, we learn from them, and it molds us to be better persons, and it molds us to be better individuals. And lastly, part of our theme is to empowering minds. That is important because as an environmental science student, we were taught to be holistic. We were taught to approach every development, every factor in a holistic approach. And that means to consider the entirety. And that means to consider the entirety and not leaving any factor or any individual behind. And I believe that we can promote this cultural appreciation by being holistic, by overseeing the needs of everyone and the importance of the culture, not just in this generation, but the future generations as well. Thank you.
Becoming increasingly interconnected, how would you promote cultural understanding and appreciation among different communities to create a more harmonious and inclusive society?
Thank you for that wonderful question. As we all see, the beautiful candidates and handsome gentlemen that participated tonight came from different cultures, they possess different skills, different talents, and they have different minds. And with that, we saw that there is beauty in diversity. I came from Pangasinan and I reside here at Bali. At first, I was really culture shocked, but at the long run, I gained knowledge. I gained a lot of knowledge about the Benguet culture, about the traditions, and we only have to implement two attributes. It's tolerance and acceptance. Tolerance to understand and respect the culture of one another. To show support and to show support and understanding to the culture of one another, because respect begets respect. And showing acceptance that you accept the differences of one another. I believe by having those attributes, we are promoting a harmonic world, a harmonic flow of culture in each one of us. So, by implementing those two attributes, we are having our universal sense of peace. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Candidate 14 from the College of Nursing.
Thank you for the grace.
Increasingly interconnected, how would you promote cultural understanding and appreciation among different communities to create a more harmonious and inclusive society?
Thank you for that wonderful question. Being an advocate for promoting cultural divergence, promoting such would be possible when you are an advocate. When you become the voice of those who are in the diverse, when you become the voice of those in the diverse groups, when you become an advocate, you are aiming for inclusivity. When you are an advocate, you are promoting a peaceful coexistence with within those groups. When you become an advocate, you go beyond information dissemination. When you go beyond those information dissemination, you go through social actions, mobilization. You are directing people towards mobilization, long-term action, and goals. When you start to advocate for that good cause, you start how to promote those things. Being an advocate is being able to go beyond what you can do and what you can will. It is when you start to build partnerships, it is when you engender partnerships with others that you can promote such good cause of promoting cultural divergence and being able to appreciate harmonious relationship with others. It is when you become an advocate that you raise not just the voice that you have, but also the voice and the words of those, especially in those in the inferior groups. So when you become an advocate, it is you go beyond what you can do and what you can will. You are not just promoting equality, but more of equity. Equity, it is when you give opportunities for all, for everyone, despite of everything. And being an advocate again, it is you promote not just equality, but more of equity. And I thank you.
Once again, in a world that is becoming increasingly interconnected, how would you promote cultural understanding and appreciation among different communities to create a more harmonious and inclusive society?
Thank you for that wonderful question. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I believe that in order to promote multicultural diversity, it is important that we advocate and promote understanding and empathy within each other. It is important that we involve all of us in our communities when it comes to understanding and being informed of different cultures, of different backgrounds of each and every single one in our society. Moreover, I believe that it is our responsibility to have ourselves aware and informed of the different cultures that we engage in and we interact with. That will be all. Thank you.
Once again, in a world that is becoming increasingly interconnected, how would you promote cultural understanding and appreciation among different communities to create a more harmonious and inclusive society?
First of all, we have to understand and accept that we are all different. In our culture, in our traditions, we are all different. And in order for us to achieve a more harmonious and unified society, we have to inculcate cross-cultural or multicultural activities within our schools for us to understand from a younger age, to understand the different cultures, the differences, and accept that we are all different in our own ways. Because after all, it is our goal